100 years ago, a man, probably in a tuxedo, sat down in front of a microphone in Linnenhall Street in Belfast and said, "Good evening." And that was the start of broadcasting by the BBC here in Northern Ireland.
It's so exciting to be here in such a beautiful building with the Ulster Orchestra, with the choir, to celebrate 100 years of the BBC.
It's just an enormous sound, and in this space it's going to be amazing. And what they've done is they've peppered it with bits of poetry, bits of readings that chart the BBC's history over the last 100 years. And I think that combination tonight is going to be a really magical evening.
Feels very exciting and quite nostalgic to look back and see just how excited people were about the prospect of broadcasting, of the wireless, of the radio. That's the one thing that hasn't changed in those 100 years. It's still all about connecting us all together, whether that's in a community or whether it's companionship or it's just part of your day and it's part of your routine, and that feels really special to mark 100 years. I suppose given the history of the Ulster Orchestra with the BBC, you couldn't really celebrate the birthday of the BBC without the Ulster Orchestra.
Though we no longer have every weekend live orchestra sessions broadcast from the Ulster Museum, what this event tonight does is allow the two organisations to come back together again and to take a moment, maybe to thank each other, but certainly the BBC has a lot to thank the Ulster Orchestra for, because through this music there is emotion. That's how people connect to an organisation like the BBC. It's how the BBC found a way into people's hearts in Northern Ireland, hopefully a place that they still enjoy. But I don't think that would have happened without the guys in the Ulster Orchestra.
So 100 years later, we're here in St Anne's Cathedral to celebrate that auspicious occasion with beautiful readings, gorgeous music, and you can catch it all on BBC Sounds.